Hello, you guys. What's up? Welcome back to Mahogany Sweets. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about the Danileigh, DaBaby situation, right? What's going on? First, I'm about to play you the song that has social media going crazy, giving this young woman named Danileigh backlash. That's what I'm going to do first. Listen to this. Yellow bonus, what do you want? What do you want? Yellow bonus, what do you want? What do you want? You can see the video too. Para Miguel se lo van. Para Miguel what I want. Yellow, what do you want? What do you want? Yellow bonus, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Para Miguel se lo van. Para Miguel what I. That's all we need to listen to. So, Danileigh made a song called Yellow Bone is What He Wants. She's talking about DaBaby. And let me give you some of the backstory on this, of where that song wasn't inspired from, or why it was inspired anyway. So we know the song basically is saying like, okay, a man, specifically a black man, oh, he wants a yellow bone is what he wants. And, you know, black society, a lot of self-hatred and colorism and privilege from lighter pigments was passed down into our community, starting from white supremacy, where mulattoes, those who were mixed, you know, white society, white supremacy would give them a bit more privileges because they knew they had their ancestry in them, right? Their DNA in them. Well, in the black community, some people subscribe to that, where lighter skinned women are treated better, given privileges, or desired supposedly more than women who are brown skinned or dark skinned, which isn't technically the truth, not from my experience anyway, but it is true for most. This is DaBaby. He has been taking the world by storm. They are raising him up to be a new pop star or whatever. So he's been all over the radio. He's doing good. Now, this young woman, Danileigh, who I didn't even know exists or that she did music, she actually is in the industry as well. And she has attached herself onto him. DaBaby has a baby mother who's a brown-skinned woman who he's with, who he has who he has created a family with. Like when I was introduced to him, that's him and his children with her. As you see, he's a dark-skinned man, she's a brown-skinned young woman. They have brown-skinned children. And from what I seen when he had first hit the scene, he reps his family. That was one of the things I admired about him. He was getting into a little bit of trouble, but I like the fact that he seemed to have been a family man, devoted to his wife. Like, yeah, well, not wife, girlfriend, devoted to her. And although he's coming up, like, he, you know, had her and his family right by his side. He reps his daughter. He's definitely making her a daddy's little girl. He adores her and stuff like that. But come to find out, what happened going on is he got involved on the side with this young lady named Danileigh, who had a music career but no one knew of until she became his side chick. So she was playing the side chick position for a couple of years behind his baby mother's back. He was repping his baby mother. That was the position that he was taking on. And so she was a side chick. She was aware of it. She had no problem with it. It began spilling out where it became known that she was being a side chick. She did not care. Like, actually, in this picture that I just showed y'all, she had captioned it with, "I love him anyway. He's my baby," and all of that. Because they were saying, like, he has a whole woman who he's with and all this, and you're being a side chick. Well, anyway, his baby mother, this woman right here, she had decided, I guess, to leave DaBaby alone. So now he's dealing with this chick named Danileigh. And Danileigh makes that song basically as a diss to his baby mother, as in, he yellow bone, I'm what he wants. Now, this is the issue with it. People gave her backlash for the song, like, okay, you bringing up colorism, you're trying to make a diss towards this brown skinned woman in this climate that you basically with her man because he wants you because you're light skinned, like that's what you feel your significance is centered around, or that you're better than her, superior to her because you are of a lighter complexion. And other people were just saying, because she came out talking about y'all hating on my song and why I can't make an anthem for yellow skinned women. Well, the term like red bone, yellow bone and stuff was derived in the black community for the shades that we have. So some of them were saying like, well, you aren't even a light skinned black woman. You technically are some form of Latino. I believe she said she's Dominican, right? These are her parents right here. And you know how it goes. Those type of tribes, Latino tribes, normally don't like to rep their African ancestry if they have it in them, because you have what you would consider a white Latino, and then you have what they consider Afro-Latino. Well, of course, they were able to dig up old tweets of her making racist comments as usual. And she has always leaned more towards the appeal of her Eurocentric beauty until they want to get big and get a black man and be in hip hop culture. They know they have to pass through the urban community. So I'm going to show y'all variation of that, of how they play up the Eurocentric features when it benefits them, and then try and play up African-centric beauty standards when it fits them. Well, not beauty standards, but features when it fits them. Even if they don't have the African features to even try to enhance or whatever, they're going to buy them. But my whole thing was with the song, like even minus what she's saying, which is trash, yellow bone, I really didn't care about that. I did just find it distasteful that you were a side chick and you are trying to diss his baby mother for being brown skinned, on top of the fact of how he's condoning this when he has a brown skinned daughter whom he adores. Because on her song stating this, he put yellow like circle emojis on it, basically like in support of the trash song that she put out. I personally feel, minus what she was saying, the song just sounds horrible. It sounds talentless. I don't know what type of vision she was trying to harness in the tempo, and like it sounds like she's whispering, yet trying to sing like she remedial deaf in one ear, trying to, to me it just sounds horrible. Minus when you get to what the lyrics is, it was just horrible already. But of course she don't see it that way. She feels everyone's hating on her. So this is the thing. What a lot of people fail to realize is what I'm getting from her is insecurity. I feel that she's insecure, and due to white supremacy society that we live in, they tell them that their skin is what holds their privilege and what makes them important. Nothing else. If you think about what white supremacy is based on, it's nothing else other than skin. Them saying I'm superior because of my skin. Well, little do you know, she, being insecure, felt like she was competing with this woman, this black woman, felt the only advantage that I have would be her skin complexion. So that's sad within itself, right? Especially if she think that he prefers her, choose her because of her skin complexion. That's sad. But also it would be false and a lie. His history has shown that he adores black women. He could have been with light-skinned women or mixed mulatto women previous to her. He didn't choose that. He chose a brown-skinned woman to impregnate, to fall in love with, to create a family with. So clearly he has a desire towards that. And something wrong with these men who condone women trying to disrespect black women. And that's a huge problem and the biggest problem. But I think that she's jealous of brown-skinned, dark-skinned women. But since society says since you have lighter skin, that makes you better. For her to feel like she was better, she ran with what society tells her will make her better. Just her skin complexion. She clearly doesn't have the talent. You were a side chick being in the shadows. He didn't actually necessarily like leave his baby mother to be with her or any of that. So I just see insecurity, desperation, and all of that, trying to compete with the black woman as they oftentimes do. And not say anything wrong with them, because all shades and races are beautiful. That's the great thing about God, is the variety and how he took his paintbrush and just made an abundance of everything. But I want black women to not allow themselves to be triggered by stuff like this, because you are the standard of beauty. You are the standard. And a lot of people admire our beauty, our pigment, and everything like that. But let's move on. So this is her. And if you looked at this picture, you would think a teenage, average white girl, right? Or Latino or whatever. Because that's what she's playing up. She's playing up her Eurocentric look, right? Here she did the curly hair, but you would still think a white woman who went and got a curly perm, right? Here, still looking at what you would deem as a white woman, playing up her Eurocentric look. Here she's showing, a spicy white woman with some flavor or whatever, with some pizzazz on her. Here, like I said, you would think a white Latino or white teenage girl. Even here, same thing. Everything about her depiction, and I found these pictures on Google, you would think a white Valley Beach girl out partying, possibly Latino. Same. That's all you see. And then, because what they do is when they're in the business, now you think a sporty white female. When they're in the business and they're trying to come up, society has shown and told people, okay, the more Eurocentric you are, the further you can get, the more doors that are open to you. So she was playing all that up, trying to get up. And then she realized, like, oh, in order to make it in the business, you have to go through hip-hop, because we are the ones who co-sign, who confirm talent and notoriety of these celebrities, these stars in music normally. So they come and try to appeal to us so they can get further, and then they cross over. So before, those pictures showed you, this wasn't a woman who looked to be any bit a part of hip-hop, the urban community, or any of that. Not in looks and features, not in dress code, vernacular, style, or any of that. But then, no. We're going to put on some bronzer. I'm going to play up my lips, get some filler in them, make them look fuller. I'm going to put some braids in my hair to look like a light-skinned black woman. I'm going to play up looking like a light-skinned black woman, or at least a mixed girl, mixed with black. Alright? I just want you to see that. Oh, right, I forgot to show y'all this one. Looks like a white woman, right? White girl. I'm going to put on even more bronzer, though, now. Put braids in my hair. Got my fuller in my lip to look like a black woman. And I'm going to go get with a black man in hip-hop to co-sign me into the urban community, into the hip-hop community. So, first off, I'm not sure if DaBaby is aware of this. Any man out there, I don't care what your race is, you never let any woman, it don't matter what race, they can be the same race or any of that, disrespect or try to belittle the mother of your child, belittle your daughter, belittle your mother. Because in essence, her doing that song and the intention, her heart behind why she did it and what it represented, was total disrespect to black women. And that's lost on her. She fails to understand that, because nothing is wrong if she wanted to make a song about being light-skinned and loving herself. Nothing's wrong with that. The problem is you intentionally wanted to do it to diss and disrespect and belittle black women. And any man, no. That's a zero. You don't allow that. Black men have to get to the point to where if they're going to date these women who are other than black, that they are strict and upfront on not tolerating that type of bullshit. Because how do he feel about his daughter hearing that and this woman talking like that? Even if he don't care about his baby mama. It's sad and ashamed and pathetic. But the other thing is, she's using him. She's using him as a cosigner to hip hop culture. She's using him for her career. And the reason why I say that on Double Four is because, like I said, if you look at everything I just showed you a time span of her from her beginning to where she's at now. She started off with making sure everything about her was Eurocentric. She stated things, and was able to bring a post of her making an acknowledgement that she looked at herself as separate from black people, from blackness. And now, as time went on and you are trying to further your career, so you went and got you the black man stamp of approval, like they do the Kim Kardashians, all them other ones, the Iggy Azalea and stuff. So you got you the black man for your stamp of approval, and you now want to wear the aesthetics and try and play up being black or having a relation to blackness. Because like I say, even if they don't have the features they can try to play up now to go into blackness, they will go and buy them or just make them there. You want to wear darker skins, bronzers and stuff like that. You want to get the fillers in your lip to make them look bigger and voluptuous. You want to put the braids in your hair and stuff like that. So that's just my thoughts about it. I understand why people is giving her backlash. She trash. She don't seem to get it because she's still making excuses about her doing the song, why she did the song, and not owning up to it. It was blatant disrespect and jab towards black women. But my thing is, black women, do not be offended. She's clearly jealous. She's clearly insecure in her competition with his baby mother, that the only thing she felt she had up on her or that she could rely on was the fact that she has a lighter complexion, since society has told them that that's something to be proud of and that's something that makes them better than us, which tells you then that truth is they aren't better than us and have nothing that is better than us. So don't let these people play on your emotions, trigger you like that with this dumb shit. We the shit, we been the shit. Everything about us is the shit. And we gonna remain the shit. And they can do what they do. We're not going to give them the attention, the time of day. Some people talking about canceling her. My thing is, how can she be canceled when ain't nobody know who the girl was or her music till she got with him? And like I said, even once she got with him, I knew who she was then, the side chick. I still didn't even know she made music until she dropped this song, which is another reason why I said don't let them have that power to trigger you like that, because now this has brought attention to her music career. The other thing that they sometimes will do, they will intentionally try to incite anger, rage, or hurt within us, black people, men and women, to get attention, because now it gives them publicity. She just now got a whole bunch of publicity to millions of people who didn't know she made music and who might go and stream other songs that she made to see how those ones sound and stuff like that. And we put money in their pockets all because we ain't let them trigger us, and we giving them a time of day because they call themselves dissing us. These white celebrities, these corporations, even them who are doing stuff intentionally, like the Gucci, like what was the one where when they do that stuff purposely too. It don't be slip ups and mistakes. They will do it purposely to generate free publicity and attention, tweets, streams, clicks, that all bring money back into their pocket. You get what I'm saying? So ignore it. Going forward, ignore them when they do this stuff. They want our attention. It makes us easily controlled. They're being strategic in getting our attention while hurting us to do it. Don't give them that power. Don't give them that power. Fuck them. Fuck what they think, how they feel, what they have to say. The best way to boycott them and not support them is not by going and telling everybody, look, this is what they did, don't support them. The best way to boycott them and not support them it's don't mention it. Don't give it life. Don't give it attention. Treat them like they don't exist. And stop allowing them to have any sense of power. That's all I want to come. Tell me what y'all think about this Danileigh, DaBaby situation. The song was trash and horrible, minus what she was saying. Like, that's all I was about to say.